Develop symmetry. I'm adding a press. Cueing, ear, arm, I'm going to work the end range. I'm not stretching, I'm just working the outside of the hip, quads. I'm going to add on a little transverse work. I'm going to go pulse, 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 press. Working the inner range and the whole one. Step to midline. For glute medius, while we're down on the floor, the unusual stuff, spiral patterns, okay, internal, external rotation. I guarantee you, if you haven't done hundreds of these, your small stabilizers are going to be talking to you already, and that's good. The unused ranges. Is it relevant? Yes. We need to wake up these hip stabilizers. These deep internal rotators are part of a kinetic chain of nerves and muscles that also service the internal organs, okay? And that's why when I do these leg raises with the bar or without, I turn my toe up, okay? Because I want to use the internal rotators, and I want to get a nice pulling feeling right up to inside the belly button. My neck's stabilized and resting. This leg here, it's active. Stabilizing my hips. Can do a core lift just like that. Down, down, up, up. See what's happening here? Is my knee is very gently bent. I'm activating this leg before I lift so that my knee is stabilized. Couple more. Okay, now the relevance of core loading in this frontal. Lay it down, find the middle point. Okay, I'm going to use the small muscles of the hip to work the end range. Work on hip alignment, that's easy. Get everything loaded, get ready, slide this leg out, push out through the heel. Okay, pushing down. Currently an active stretch. Strengthening here, just resisting the bigger muscle. Okay, keep the foot flat to the ceiling, straight up through the heel, and down, down, up, up. Keep this leg working. This is an active, stabilizing leg. Sure doesn't look like you're doing anything. Before you do alternate leg drops, these long leg drops are great to stabilize these small muscles of the hip. And we all need that. You're going to notice one side is stronger, one's weaker. Okay, so I'm working this hip flexor. I want to stretch it out after. Bit of caution. Isolation exercises for the rhomboid in the midline. Okay, before we move on, we just work rhomboids. Good. Neutral position. Again, it doesn't look like you're doing much. You can keep both this exercise and the Superwoman from the same position, eyes down, nice long neck. Okay, straight up like shoulder press, but a different plane of resistance. Puts the focus on the traps, spinal extensors. Okay, if you have some large curve in your lower back called a lordosis, you might want to include an abdominal pillow. Definitely stabilize the midline, recruit those abs. Another really important exercise, inversion traction device. Again, this is for the advanced student. You have other inversion traction devices that look like lawn chairs. And an inversion of 30% below the midline, right, can give you enough space between your discs to allow proper nerve functioning, take the pressure off the discs. The movement of cerebral spinal fluid A great stretch for the lumbar. And I find that if I have rotations in my spine, they just gently correct. I can focus it though by doing roll-ups. And I can change the apex of the pressure by simply moving my spine on the T-Rack. This product's available at track.ca. It's one of my favorites. I'll admit it. Distracting the scapula, down from my hip joint, hold the ankle, squeeze my glute, and just relax. Holding my abs though, you know it's true, and my glutes. Okay, and then a final decompression for the lumbar spine.